Hello there. Today I'm going to be covering my DHT11 temperature and humidity sensor on my platform, my multitask Arduino platform. Now, usually usually humidity and temperature sensors have to be communicated with on a certain specific language, on a specific way. But that's what libraries are for. So what I did was I simply downloaded some DHT libraries from the Arduino IDE, and then I checked their examples. And then I would open up a new sketch on the side of the examples, and I would move the codes around to that new sketch, testing it and figuring out which codes did what. And that is how I learned how to use them and apply them on my sketch. So let's see how it looks like. Alright, so let's talk about the DHT11 humidity and temperature sensor section on this sketch. I start out by including the DHT library over here, and then I define the DHT pin I am using, which is 26 in this case. I then define the type of the DHT that I am using. You will see that in basically all the sketches you have DHT11 or 22. Mine is the 11. And then I create the object over here, and I create the variables where I'm going to store the values taken from the sensor. So then I move down the sketch. Nothing relative to the DHT so far until here. I initiate the object right over here. I'm sorry. Before I had created it, and now I initiate it. Then further on down. Now, here is where I call it. In case the menu option is 1, I call the function, the DHT function. And the DHT function is down over here, as you can see. Now I start by retrieving the values from the sensor and storing them on their respective variables. And then I start working on the LCD screen. Now, in other words, I start printing the values on the screen. I choose the cursors, I choose the name of the value that is going to be showing, and I print out the value. I do that 3 times, as you can see. And that is how the sketch works. Pretty simple, actually, the DHT to work with. All you have to do, you can see that here, all you have to do is call the values with these codes, and they will store them into the variable you choose. You can do whatever you want with them afterwards. So it's very easy to use. As you can see, the DHT11 or the 22, by that fact, they're used in the same way, are very easy to use. In the beginning, it may be a little bit hard to figure out in the examples how to use the codes in the beginning, and how to figure out if your DHT is an 11 or a 22. Well, but after you get past that initial difficulty, it's very easy to use the DH2. All you have to do is include those 3 or 4 lines, and then just ask for the value, and the library will give it to you through the codes. And it's obviously a very good sensor. It shows you very important values as humidity and temperature, which in a station or in a lot of applications is actually very useful. In fact, I will make a future video, if I can, on the platform where I will include the ultrasonic sound sensor, because as you know, sound has a speed, and that speed is affected by temperature and humidity. So if you want an accurate account of distance with that sensor, with the ultrasonic sound sensor, you have to know the values of the temperature and humidity so that you can accurately measure distance with the sound sensor, with the ultrasonic sound sensor. And that's just only one application of the DHT. So a very useful sensor, very easy to use once you get that past difficulty. And this is how I used it on my platform. I thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.